welcome back. My next guest has come a long way since singing at an open mic night in Nashville, Tennessee. His distinct sound not only landed him on The Voice, but won the heart of Blake Shelton, who collaborated with him on a chart-topping duet. Here to perform Last Name on It is Ian Flanigan.
Got it all. Sure enough, got enough to make a man fall. Baby, I feel from the first time that you pulled me in. From talking to kissing, there's only one thing that's missing. 'Cause you can't have a song without a melody. Can't have forever till we change one thing. Your name from the day I heard it, one word away from perfect. But girl, if I'm being honest, I'll put my last name on it. I'll put my last name on it. Well, there ain't no doubt, looking in your eyes like I am right now, thinking it's time to figure out how to lock you down for the rest of my days, only making one little change. 'Cause you can't have a song without a melody. Can't have forever till we change one thing. Your name from the day I heard it, one word away from perfect. Girl, let me know if you want it. I'll put my last name on it. Put my last name on it. Your love snuck up and knocked me off of my feet. That's why right now I'm down here on one knee. Can't have a song without a melody. Can't have forever till we change one thing. Your name from the day I heard it, one word away from perfect. Girl, let me know if you want it. Your name from the day I heard it, one word away from perfect. Girl, let me know if you want it. I put my last name on it. Gonna put a ring on it. And put my last name on it.
Bless you. Awesome. Look at this. All right. Thank you. That was amazing. That was amazing. I've got all kinds of questions for you, so don't go any place. We've got much more with Ian Flanigan right after this. Hey there, we're back with recording artist Ian Flanigan. I mean, first of all, congratulations on everything. But I mean, this is the classic thing, you know, the overnight success. You were touring for 10 years. What happened that suddenly changed your life?
Yeah, well, first, thank you so much for having me. This is a beautiful place, man.
Thank you.
Great to be here. I started out in upstate New York in a town called Saugerties, New York. That's my hometown. And so I've been traveling since I was 17, really, and just trying to write the best music I can in the world and see as many places and meet as many people as I can. I was traveling for a few years on my own. About 7 years ago now, I met my fiance and her daughter, which became my stepdaughter. So at that time, I was traveling and kind of living out of a Honda Accord here and there, you know, wherever I could play across the country in Texas and North Carolina. And we started working together, but there was this terrible accident that happened where my fiance got in a car accident and she needed 2 spinal fusions. So it kind of put the whole life is short right in our face. And we were like, you know, if we're gonna do this, let's do it together. So we sold everything that we had, and we had a big yard sale in our town, had a bunch of people come and support us, and we ended up buying this 24-foot Winnebago, which we named the Flanivan. And yeah, so we ended up deciding we're gonna just leave everything, go out and be a independent traveling artist and a family and raise a kid on the road. And I had a lot of success in Texas where, you know, there's so much music you can kind of pick up and make a good living. But I was coming off a really high of a tour where I got to open for Bob Schneider at Austin City Limits. And everything was good, we were living in the van, and it was to go to Nashville. We were living in a trailer park down about an hour south of Nashville there. And that was right when COVID hit. My tour went from being stacked, and then we lost about 8 months of tours and emails over the course of a week. And you know what happened to so many people. So it was just terrible. And my last show was actually an open mic in Nashville at the Mercy Lounge. And I wasn't even gonna go because we're sitting in this van, it's been raining for like days. And I got down to having $80 in the bank account, you know, and that doesn't feel good when you're raising a kid out of a van in the first place. So yeah, and my fiance Ayla, she's like, you know, you gotta get your butt in that car, we go to every gig, you know, she's like that. And it ended up being a scouting opportunity for the show The Voice. And honestly, it was like last dollar, last show, and there it was. They asked me right after the show, I had the whole family in the green room at the bar. And he goes, you know, man, we've been looking at your videos, we'd love it if you would, you know, come out to the show. And honestly, the next week I just started submitting and the process began.
Unbelievable.
I feel very lucky, man. Thank you, guys.
People don't realize, when you were on The Voice, you were on Team Blake, okay?
Yes.
Now, he was the only one who turned around. Were you thinking, this is over, this is it, this is not gonna happen for me?
Oh man, there wasn't even a day where my bags weren't completely packed in that show. You know, there's so many amazing
Even if you
people.
weren't living in a Winnebago.
Well, yeah, you gotta have a backpack ready.
Right.
But you know, I remember it's a really fast process. You're backstage, everybody's lined up. It's kind of like a big pressure situation. But you go out, and the lights are incredibly bright, and the sound is extremely loud. And I remember being like, maybe I could get through the first round. And I was singing, and I start coming to like the third quarter of the song. And I'm like, okay, this is getting very close to the end. And right, I think like 2 seconds before like the last line, Blake hits his thing. And I instantly knew that is the kind of stress he was gonna give me forever.
Yeah. Okay, Blake Shelton, he didn't just, you know, turn around. He ended up collaborating with you on the song Grow Up, which reached the top 5 in like practically every musical genre. How's that even possible?
Man, there's not a day in this life that I'm just not incredibly grateful and still trying to put the pieces together. The whole Voice event for me was just really educational and eye-opening, and Blake was a huge inspiration throughout the whole thing. So after that, I signed with Reviver Music Group, and David called me up, and I was actually living in McKinney State Falls Campground in Austin, Texas, and I got the call. And we were all living in the van at the time, and we started working together, put a few songs out, and I just sent them out to Blake just to be like, what do you think about this stuff? Because he'd been a really good mentor and friend. And he hit us back, and he was like, hey man, I'd love to jump on this song. And it was as quick as that. He's that kind of humble guy, and he's really intentional with what he says. And we just had a day in Nashville where we could meet at Starstruck, and that's how it happened.
Starstruck?
Yeah, Starstruck Studios there.
Oh, so it's not a coffee place. Starstruck.
No, but it's, yeah,
Studios.
Starbucks, Starstruck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, first of all, thank you so much, Ian. Thank you, George Hamilton. Thank you to my guest, John Sally. Before we go out, I would love to hear one more song from Ian, if he would comply. Ian, would you do that?
Jenny's so warm by the parking lot, pretty ought to put her in a country song. She can outshine the Mississippi moon, stay out twice as long. Between her and the stars, there's sure a lot going on around me. Billy's got the first 2 chords figured out to small town Saturday night. Little smoke, little bottle, little pass it around. Little hey, who's got the light? We're thicker than thieves, campfire kings, just getting high. Under a southern sky tonight, there's a backseat fire burning hotter than the 4th of July. There's some hard-earned money about to get thrown down on a hard-earned Friday night. Oh, a whole lot of dreaming, loving